morning. My name is LouAnn and welcome to my kitchen. Today I am bringing you a slow cooker recipe, but if you don't have a slow cooker or you don't want to use a slow cooker for this recipe, you are more than welcome to do that. I am making venison stew, the best ever. I wrote this recipe down. It's been a few years ago and I cook it in the crock pot. And I'm sorry about my hair. It's wind blown. Yesterday the wind was blowing hard. And I thought venison stew. I think you can also use this for your beef. I'm not 100% sure. Because it's made for venison. And usually venison you could switch to beef if you want to use beef. A lot of your recipes for beef you could switch and use venison for. Anyway, so let's turn the camera around and let me show you how to make it. So I got roughly 2 pounds of venison. I got this ham that I'm in the midst of cutting up just to make freezer room. So I got this cut up in about 1-inch pieces, give or take, and I'm going to put them in a bag that I'm going to use my shake and bake mix just to see if I could get any more flavor added to that. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll be right back when I start cooking. So in my pan, I got some olive oil heating up. I'm going to add some of this chunks of venison that I got, and we're going to brown it. That's all I'm concerned about is browning it. And if I wanted to, I can cook it in this pan. You just got to add, take the ingredients out, take the venison out, and the venison will be cooked in 2 batches. So I'm just worried about going to brown this. So that is what I'm going to work on right now. So let me get my tongs somewhere. But I'm going to brown this up, and then I'm going to put it in this batch in my slow cooker, and I'm going to do it in 2 batches. And then I'll come back when I'll show you the rest of the ingredients we need to put in this pot to kind of get them softened a little bit. Now we got our venison. Now we need to add 2 carrots that have been peeled and sliced, 1 large onion, sorry about my talking there, and some celery, 2 stalks of celery, and I need to kind of saute this until it gets soft and a little bit soft, and then we will be transferring this to the slow cooker. Now, if you was not going to cook it in the slow cooker, you would just add after you got your veggies, these veggies soft, you would add your liquid ingredient, which is beef broth and a cup of red wine. You would add that, you would add the venison back in, and then you would add a couple of potatoes in here later on. So now we got this somewhat soft, at least the onions are. And of course we want to scrape all that fine. So I'm going to add some of the beef broth so I can get all that fine off the bottom of that pan. And fine is just these little grit pieces on the bottom of that. So I'll be right back. So I got 2 cans of beef broth, 14.5 ounces in here. I think both of them that. Yeah. And of course 1 cup of that, I did kind of get the fine off the bottom of the pan. I'm going to add 2 bay leaves, and I'm going to add a cup of blackberry wine to this. And I try to get the cheaper version, and then all I need to do is I will be adding some peeled cubed potatoes to this as well. And then turn it on low and let it cook all day, and we will have venison stew for supper. So that is our slow cooker recipe for today. So I'll be back when it gets done. So stay tuned.